The Borgward IV, officially designated Heavy Explosive Carrier Borgward B IV, was a German remote-controlled demolition vehicle used in World War II. During the war, Wehrmacht used 3 remotely operated demolition tanks: the light Goliath SDKFZ 302/303A/303B, the medium Springer SDKFZ 304, and the heavy Borgward IV SDKFZ 301. The Borgward IV was the largest of the vehicles and the only one capable of releasing its explosives before detonating. The 2 smaller vehicles were destroyed when their explosive charges detonated. Borgward originally developed the B4 as an ammunition carrier, but it was found unsuitable. It was also tested as a remote minesweeper, but was too vulnerable to mines and too expensive. During the Battle of France, German engineers from the 1st Panzer Division converted 10 Panzer IB into demolition and mine-clearing vehicles, using them to place timed charges on bunkers or minefields without losing the vehicle. The Waffenamt found the idea valuable and ordered the B4 development as a remote-controlled demolition vehicle. The first vehicles were delivered in 1942. The Borgward IV was much heavier than the Goliath and carried a much larger payload. The Borgward IV was operated by radio, and the Goliath was wire-guided. Due to the Borgward IV much longer range, a driver in the vehicle would bring it independently to its destination before dismounting. Actual control during an attack was done from an armored fighting vehicle. The original vehicle used was the Panzer III tank, then the Stug 3G, and finally the Tiger 1E. These vehicles had added radio equipment, and the controller directed the B4 to its target by radio. When it reached the target, the vehicle would drop the charge and leave the danger area. While the Borgward IV was armored, its armor was only 8 mm in the A and B versions and 20 mm in the C version, enough to protect from small arms and splinters, inadequate to protect from anti-tank rifles or even light anti-tank guns. The larger size than the Goliath made it much easier to spot and target, and like the Goliath, in order to drive it remotely, the controller had to see both the target and the carrier. 3 models of the Borgward were produced, versions A, B, and C, primarily differing in armor, weight, and radio equipment. The Borgward IV version A, the first model to enter serial production, was equipped with a 49-horsepower 4-cylinder water-cooled gasoline engine. Version A was the most produced model, with approximately 616 produced between May 1942 and June 1943. In June 1943, production shifted to the similar Borgward IV version B. The B version weighed 400 kilograms more, the radio antenna was moved, and better radio equipment was used. From June to November 1943, 260 of this model were produced. The final Borgward IV to see production, the version C, saw greater changes. The chassis was lengthened to 4.1 meters, and the weight further increased. The armor on the version C was thicker than the previous variants. New tracks were used, the driver's seat was moved to the left of the vehicle, and a new 78-horsepower 6-cylinder engine was used. The version C was produced from December 1943 to September 1944, when production ended, with 305 examples built. Near the end of World War II, approximately 56 B versions were converted to the Panzerjäger Wanze, armed with 6 Raketenpanzerbuchse Panzerschreck anti-tank rockets. In the last days of the war, these vehicles fought some minor skirmishes against Soviet armor and saw some action at the Battle of Berlin. Borgward IV production was relatively small, only 1,181 were produced.